I present to you my top 10 architectural visualization studios in Spain. Let's jump right in. Number 10, LOTOARCHILAB. LOTOARCHILAB plays a very specific game. Clarity first, atmosphere second, and everything feels intentional. Their images are built around bold graphic decisions. You see it immediately in those huge clean skies, the generous negative space, and the way buildings are framed like objects in a gallery. Often it's centered, calm, almost architectural portraiture with just enough context to make the project believable. Color is another signature. They are not afraid of strong mood statements, deep blue nights, glowing orange sunsets, icy winter palettes. But it never becomes, look at the grading. It's controlled and minimal, more like a single clear emotional note. What I really like is how they treat the environment. Landscapes and planting are not decoration, they are composition tools. Foregrounds are textured, seasonal and slightly imperfect. Wet asphalt, fallen leaves, soft haze, motion blur from cars. It adds life without adding noise. And even when the architecture is complex, the image stays readable. Light is soft, materiality is crisp, and the focal point is always obvious. Overall, LOTOARCHILAB delivers visuals that feel photographic, composed and quietly cinematic, with a strong sense of restraint. Number 9. Analog 1. If you're into ArchViz that feels more like photography than CGI, Analog 1 is going to hit the spot. Their portfolio is quiet, precise, and super editorial. You'll notice they don't chase dramatic sunsets or flashy lens effects. Instead, they lean into real-world atmosphere, foggy winter mornings, soft, overcast days, warm, late afternoon light. The images feel calm, almost documentary. Composition is a big part of their signature. A lot of frames are centered, frontal, and clean, with tons of breathing room. It's minimal but never empty. They let the architecture speak through proportion and material. And speaking of materials, concrete, timber, stone, glass, even textiles like curtains are treated as the main subject. You can tell they care about surface, scale, and how light actually behaves across a facade or a floor. My take: Analog 1 doesn't try to impress you fast. They build images that feel believable and mature, the kind you could see in a design magazine and trust immediately. Number 8. DRAWFIELD. DRAWFIELD is a communication studio from Valencia, Spain, focused on architectural imagery. What I like right away is their mindset. The images are not trying to out-real photography. They're built to communicate the idea with obsessive attention to composition, light, and materials. They lean into a calm, architectural visual language, wide, legible compositions, lots of negative space, and a strong sense of atmosphere without overdrama. The scenes feel lived in but never busy, with people and context used as scale and rhythm, not as decoration. And when they move into interiors, the same restraint stays. Clean geometry, tactile materials, and lighting that's more about clarity than spectacle. It's all very controlled, very editorial, and always in service of the design idea. Their team is made up of architects, which makes sense because these images speak design fluently. If you're doing competitions, this is exactly the kind of visual language that sells a concept fast. Number 7. PICTURY. PICTURY balances two worlds at once: marketing-grade polish and architectural clarity. Their images stay calm and readable, yet cinematic, with soft atmosphere, controlled contrast, and lighting that makes the architecture feel present, not rendered. Their language is architectural but never sterile. Honest cameras, clean perspectives, clear horizon lines, and compositions that make the design feel inevitable, like it already belongs in the city. Mood comes from believable time-of-day choices, overcast realism, golden hour warmth, and blue hour night scenes, where reflections and artificial light do the work. Grading stays restrained and professional, with controlled highlights and materials that read clearly. For me, PICTURY sits in that sweet spot where images can sell a project and still communicate design decisions clearly. If you're into high-end realistic visualization with a calm, premium tone, this studio is definitely worth keeping on your radar. Number 6. Mosaika. Mosaika feels less like ArchViz as documentation and more like ArchViz as cinema and graphic design. Their visual language is bold and curated. High contrast, confident silhouettes, and lighting that's treated like a main character, not a technical step. They lean into mood, dusk, night, fog, rain, hard sun, deep shadows. And they're not afraid of darkness. Even the way they present the work on black backgrounds makes the images feel like frames from an exhibition. What stands out is the range and the attitude. They can do clean, high-end realism when needed, but they often push into conceptual territory. Striking compositions, surreal inserts, unexpected scale cues, and moments that feel more like editorial storytelling than pure real estate marketing. Overall, Mosaika sells atmosphere. They don't just show what a building looks like. They suggest what it feels like to be there, and they do it with a very distinctive art-directed voice. Number 5. KIASM. KIASM's visual language is very cinematic, but in a quiet, controlled way. Their images don't try to impress with noise, they pull you in with composition, atmosphere, and restraint. They lean on strong geometry and clean framing, big legible silhouettes, confident lines, and a lot of negative space that makes the architecture feel intentional. Light is doing the storytelling here. You get deep, dramatic shadows, soft haze, and carefully placed highlights that make surfaces feel tactile, like you can almost read the material by touch. Color is also highly curated. They move between cool daylight clarity, warm dusk tones, and rich night moods without ever feeling overprocessed. Everything stays balanced and believable, but still elevated. What I like most? There's a sense of calm narrative. The result feels premium, architectural, and slightly poetic, like each frame is designed, not just rendered. Number 4. bside. Bside visuals has a very specific kind of realism. It's not the loud, over-sharpened CG look. It's controlled, architectural, and premium, with images that feel confidently designed rather than aggressively rendered. They are also part of the Playtime Group, a trio of complementary studios that combine their strengths to respond to the most demanding visual communication needs in architecture. Across the group, composition and light are the common tools, with a very photographic approach that's meant to transmit the virtues of each project clearly, especially for competitions in public buildings. Within that ecosystem, bside leans into exclusivity. Their focus is high-end real estate and sensitive interior design, where nuance and small details really matter. And you can feel that in the visual language. Clarity comes first. You always understand the space immediately, the proportions, the massing, and how it sits in context. Lighting supports that readability even when they go for mood. They're especially strong at calm dusk atmospheres, warm interior glow against cooler ambient light, subtle reflections, and believable depth without overdoing effects. Composition stays disciplined too. Clean perspective choices, strong lines, and a tight hierarchy where architecture reads first, atmosphere second, details last. People, when used, are restrained and purposeful, more about scale and everyday life cues than decoration. Overall, bside is a great reference if you like ArchViz that feels architect first, refined and premium, built around light, composition, and a real respect for detail. Number 3. Beauty and the Bit. With Beauty and the Bit, you're not browsing renders, you're stepping into a visual research lab. Their visual language is built on bold composition and clear graphic hierarchy. They love strong silhouettes, clean geometry, and frames that feel almost editorial, like a carefully designed magazine spread. What really stands out is how they treat light as the main storyteller. Sometimes it's soft and airy, sometimes it's cinematic and moody, but it always has intention. Highlights are controlled, shadows are expressive, and reflections are used like punctuation, not decoration. They're also comfortable switching between hyper-real and near-abstract. You'll see a confident range, minimal, calm atmospheres next to high-contrast, dramatic scenes. Color is never random either. It's either restrained and material-driven or pushed into bold, iconic statements. And even when people appear, it's not crowd-dressing, it's scale, rhythm, and a hint of narrative. Overall, the vibe is conceptual, graphic, atmospheric. Architecture is the subject, but mood is the message. Number 2. Aesthetica Studio. Aesthetica Studio is a great pick if you like architectural visuals that feel quietly cinematic. Their portfolio is packed with public and cultural architecture, and what jumps out immediately is how photographic everything feels. Big, confident compositions, clean framing, and a strong sense of real weather and real atmosphere, especially in those Nordic scenes, foggy waterfronts, cold overcast skies, soft winter light. Their visual language is all about controlled mood. They combine disciplined composition with expressive lighting and refined grading, so the work can feel understated and powerful at the same time. What I personally love most, their color grading. It's controlled, never loud, but always intentional. Cool tones stay rich without going flat, and warm scenes keep detail without turning orange. That's a hard balance to hit, and they hit it consistently. Overall, Aesthetica's work feels like architectural visualization made for people who care about mood, material, and atmosphere, not just pretty renders. Number 1. Playtime. If you're into architectural visualization that feels like real photography, you need to know Playtime. They're based in Barcelona, and honestly, that alone sets the mood. This city breathes architecture, light, and rhythm, and you can feel it in their work. Playtime is not just one studio. It's a group built from 3 complementary studios that joined forces to handle the most demanding visual communication in architecture. And you see that range immediately. Calm, competition-ready images that read in 1 second but still reward you when you look closer. Their visual language is all about composition and light, strong silhouettes, clean hierarchy, and a camera logic that feels natural, like the shot was found, not constructed. They're masters at atmosphere too. Haze, reflections, twilight, weather, all used with restraint to make the architecture feel present and believable. What I really respect is their discipline. They don't chase noise, they build clarity, mood, and credibility. If your project needs visuals that can win trust fast, Playtime is a top-tier reference. Those were my top 10 ArchViz studios in Spain. If you want to discover more great studios around the world, follow the channel and check out ARCHVIZBASE.com, my curated database of more than 1,000 handpicked ArchViz studios worldwide.